Hey, what's going on, good people? Welcome back to another video. So this is my custom kitbash Space Ghost figure. Um, I really liked Space Ghost as a kid. Used to watch that cartoon. What is it? Hanna-Barbera, I think, made it back in the day when I was a kid. And then it came out years later with Space Ghost Coast to Coast. And recently, I was like, I wanted a Space Ghost figure, so I looked for one. I did actually see they had, I think Mezco made a Space Ghost, and it was another company made one too, but the price online is ridiculous. Um, and I was also in the mood of making another custom figure, so this came out perfectly. This figure is actually a combination of a couple of different ones, which I guess was why it would be called Kit Bash. I'm kind of, like I said, new to the whole Kit Bash thing, so I actually I cannot remember the actual name of this figure. But it's from the one of the Black Panther soldiers. Um, and this is like the almost a perfect mold body to be able to start to use. And um, it was, I mean, I really enjoy mess with this. So I had a bit of work, which I'll kind of go into what I did with it. But so I used that body. These are the hands from Moon Knight. Actually, let me bring it a little closer. So I used the hands from Moon Knight. And shaved off the crescent moon he had on there. I could have gotten a little smoother, but I actually kind of liked the texture it had on it, so I didn't really do too much on that. Um, the symbol I used to this whole section here, used out of we use epoxy for that and for the top part of this cape, so it can kind of go into it a little easy, a little smoother. The head is actually from a G.I. Joe. I can't remember if it's classified or not, but it's destro. So I just repainted the head, and painted the eyes to actually make it, well, look like Space Ghost mask. And I think that came out really nice. The cape is the cape from Mezco. What is that? Mezco Dr. Fate. So, and then the bands are just made from epoxy as well. I colored this hand, kind of went over the yellow highlighter, not yellow highlight, but the Vallejo paint, the fluorescent yellow, mainly because I wanted it to look like he's shooting his I forgot what his plasma beams or energy beams are called, but like he was shooting that. So I wanted that hand to kind of look like that. The belt is actually made from epoxy as well. And then I just went through and just shaded, did shading on it. Ended up having to repaint the entire suit, even though it looks, the entire body, even though it looks white to begin with, it's a different shade of white. It wasn't intentional, but when I tried to touch up some other things that kind of messed up, I realized the white on the actual costume, on the actual figure before, is a slightly different white. Well, see, I need to correct that on this middle part of his arm, but I'll do that later. I'll probably do that before I take pictures, I'm not sure. But I really like how this came out. I mean, it was a lot of fun doing. I love using this Dr. Fate cape because it has, a wire into it. I was going to use the cape that it actually came with and just repaint it. And I'm not sure if let me see what I did with that. Let's get him standing back up here. Do I have that cape? So I don't know what I did with the cape. But anyways, I was going to use the cape that, because I had Moon Knight's cape. I was going to use Moon Knight's, the comic book version of Moon Knight, as the body. I was going to use it as a head and a body. But then as I started going through and taking off certain parts of the head and everything, I realized that that head really wouldn't work. I was going to use the head. And so this is one of the heads I was going to use from the Black Panther figure. And so I shaved off the ears, put epoxy on it. I will still use his head for something else. I'm just not sure what. That's the one good thing about customizing things is no pieces go to waste. So I'll use that again another time for another figure. I'm trying to find that doggone cape. Okay, well, I don't want to waste any more time finding that. But anyways, I really like how this came out. Love how the cape came into play. So I'm gonna also just do a quick, so you can see how it sizes up with other, and granted, this is also a Marvel Legends figure, so I mean, it's gonna be the same scale as your other Marvel Legends. This is the Blue Marvel. Only thing this is not a custom nothing custom on it, so anybody who has that would know it. Only thing I did is took the vest off because I didn't really care much for how the vest looked on him. This is oh, what's his name, Monica or something. I haven't seen this movie. I'll probably watch it when it comes on Disney Plus. So I really don't have an opinion one way or another on the movie. The people, everybody I've seen, who I've known that have actually gone to see the movie, said it was an enjoyable film. I'll find out when it comes on Disney Plus. Not that I had anything against the movie. It's just I just haven't really been going to the movies a lot lately. And then, I mean, you know, I can't do a video without having Superman in there somewhere. I mean, that's my ultimate cosmic space guy, alien, whatever you want to call it, but ultimate superhero. So you know, it just kind of shows you how he just pairs up with some of the other folks and other figures and lines out there. And again, this is gonna be a quick video, so hope you enjoyed it. If you do, hit like, subscribe, share it, and if you haven't checked out Space Ghost, okay, don't watch the original. You won't like it. It's cheesy now. It was cheesy back then, but at least check out Space Ghost Coast to Coast. It was kind of a parody of the original. They done in a talk show version. I think they still might have that on Adult Swim. So, but anyways, gonna do it for this video, and see you on the next one.
Hey, Crimson, run it up.